Most of us know the physical routine of scrolling through short videos at 1 in the morning. The room is dark, the body is still, and attention is locked onto a glowing rectangle. This habit relies on the digital one-way mirror, the assumption that watching a screen keeps you an anonymous observer, disconnected from the physical reality on the other side. At 1:30 a.m., Rahul is wrapped in this false sense of security, mindlessly swiping through his feed while his street sleeps outside. Then, a notification breaks the pattern. Someone started a live stream near you. Instantly, his context shifts from the global internet down to a specific, local proximity. The digital screen stops acting as a protective barrier and becomes an active threat factor pointing directly at Rahul's location. This animated radar tracks a 100-meter radius. The center marks Rahul's position. The outer dot represents the streamer. Rahul opens a dark, shaky feed, recognizing the parked cars and grocery shop. The threat has crossed the boundary. Seeing specific physical markers on an anonymous digital feed triggers a geographical uncanny valley effect. This describes the unsettling feeling of seeing your safe, familiar neighborhood broadcast back to you through an unknown lens. The moving dot's intent is stated in the stream's title, "Walking to My Next Victim." As the camera creeps toward the houses, the live chat explodes. Thousands of unknown viewers pour in, asking if it's real and urging the streamer on. The story uses that anonymous crowd as a psychological amplifier. The thousands of active viewers typing in real time validate Rahul's rising panic, accelerating the tension. The horror in this initial phase relies on violating spatial assumptions. The abstraction of the internet has invaded the geography of his neighborhood. Faster, more urgently, the gap continues to close until the camera arrives at the 10-meter physical perimeter, Rahul's front gate. Rahul rushes to his window and looks down, expecting to see someone holding a phone. Instead, he finds a completely silent, empty street. The mechanism driving this disconnect is digital latency. This timeline chart maps how that works, comparing a real-world action track against a digital broadcast track. Digital latency is the inherent time delay between an event and the broadcast. Because of this, the physical world appears empty, while the feed shows a threat. The camera then breaches the 1-meter radius. On Rahul's screen, the lens tilts up and zooms in, pointing at the exact bedroom window he is standing behind. A physical doorbell rings downstairs at the exact moment a digital message pops up in the stream chat. Open the door. Combining a real-time auditory cue with a delayed digital feed creates cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the mental conflict that occurs when your immediate sensory inputs contradict your established beliefs. This confusion hides the true physical location of the threat. Believing the threat is still separated by the physical architecture of the house, Rahul walks down his hallway toward the closed front door. Before his hand can turn the knob, his phone vibrates with a final digital instruction. Don't look behind you. Rahul turns around. The live stream on his phone is no longer showing the street outside. It is showing the inside of his own house and the back of his own head. The moving dot now overlaps the central target point. This represents zero distance, the state where all physical space between a threat and a target has collapsed. The outside broadcast was heavily delayed or pre-recorded. While Rahul was hyper-focused on tracking the threat through his phone screen, the intruder had already bypassed his front door and his locks. The safety radius was a fabrication. Staring at a proxy of reality leaves us vulnerable to our actual surroundings.